Hello and welcome to round 10 here in the Formula 11 Championship Season 16 of the AOR F1 leagues. We're here, it's Silverstone, it's the British Grand Prix, unbelievable. We're here at Silverstone, one of the best tracks in the world. It's the home of British motorsport, and the home of AOR, a lot of AOR drivers. It's been on the calendar since 1950. In real life, it's been hosted more than 50 times. Donington's hosted it a few times, Brands Hatch has hosted it a few times. It was built on the World War II airfield, but now it's one of the best tracks around, and it would be sad to see it go. Lewis Hamilton already has a record number of poles, but can he get a record number of poles on his own? It's so from one racetrack and go ahead of Senna to most of his Brazil. The tyre allocation here tonight is unusually the blue hard tyres, the mediums and the yellow soft tyres. Lap records from season 15. Marcel Kiefer with the fastest lap time in the F1 leagues of 1:26.1. Lap times will probably be quicker in the F1 leagues, at least anyway. Brendan Lee with the race time record under 40 minutes. Here's the track layout, sweeping corners, couple of DRS zones. It's going to be an exciting race tonight. Not much undulation. As you can see, Berezny versus Sorensen in season 15. Very close racing. So let's get straight into it. If I can give you some picture as well, that would be great. Oh, and do we know what you need to do first? Take that off. So we've got just over 5 minutes to go, and Squid is currently on pole on a 27-1. 2/10 back to Osnaker. Oz, just call him Oz. Maxwell in third. Mengs just putting it up in fifth. Foot yards here tonight, he's in fourth. Victor Wassa up in fifth. The new guy from the Assist 2 League, ITM, in 8th. Got Party Fox there in 7th, was Joker in 10th. And then Hinaldi, Vigan, Etelite, Steve Jackson, Magnussen, Jay, Kane, Fassi and Tim. Nearly a full grid tonight. Good to see a lot of drivers here in the last race of 2018. 2-week break coming up for Christmas and New Year. As we're on board with second place provisionally at the moment is Oz. Looks like he's on a fast lap. Locked up a bit there, not very smooth entry in there. In this corner in left field, I think it's left field. Oh, probably wrong. Brooklyn's left field, one of them. It's got a couple of different lines through that corner. This is almost full throttle. 3 cops. And now into Maggots and Beckett. And onto the hanger straight, picks up DNS. Let's look at his telemetry. He's used basically all of his ERS. Gets some of it back under braking. That's quite a bit wide. When he locks up. And this, he won't. This will be his last lap of this little stint. And he does improve, but oh, it's close. 400ths off of pole, but Maxwell is only 300ths. Well, they're basically both are 300ths really behind. 3,000 separating them, and ITM has just put it into 4th place, but he's 3.5 tenths behind. Very close for pole. It looks like Maxwell is about to start his lap. Let's go on board with Squid though. Or let's look at Squid. He looks like he's on his final lap. Can he nail all the apexes? It looks neat and tidy. Got DRS open, still got a lot of VRS left. And he's probably got it turned up to the maximum. Rusto, can he nail the apex? It does. Locks up a bit but gets it slowed down. Can Squid increase the gap to make himself feel a bit more comfortable across the line? And he improves by nearly 3 tenths until into the 26s. It's a 26.8. Here's his teammate Maxwell. That didn't look no, it's wide. It just doesn't look as neat and tidy as Squid. Let's see how close this puts Max. And he didn't go any faster, and that will be the end of his qualifying. What about Footyard, the former championship leader? His teammate, the championship leader, also in 6th. Here goes Footyard onto the lap. Looked up a bit there through the village section. How quick can Footyard get? Oh, Kevin. And it looks like Footyard's giving up. It's got Menk. A bit wide there, and that's compromises run. Oh no! And that's his end of Menk's qualifying. Comes Victor Wasa, can he improve? He does, he's up at the 6th place ahead of Menk. Here's Cramps, down the hanger straight. Got a car in front of him which might distract him. An alright line, lifted a bit as well through there though. Careful on the traction. Across the line, doesn't prove. Joker is also done. What about Hignaldi? Pits. And that looks like we are done here. So, the qualifying results is American Ferrari 1-2. Squid and Maxwell in front row on Oz in third, ITM on his debut in F11 in 4th, Footyard 5th, Victor Rossi 6th, Meg 7th, Partyfix in the Renault in 8th, Krabs 9th and Joker in the top 10. In Yaldi 11th, Vesely 12th, Kane 13th, but he's got a 5th place penalty, 14th for Jay. Steve Jackson 15th, Wigan 16th, Madison 17th, Fassi 18th, Tim in last place. So, while they get ready, get their strategies ready for this race, let's look at the results from last time out at the Austria. So as you can see, Oz took victory. Oz starting third tonight, and Squid finished second. He's on the pole. Menk, the championship leader, I think. I haven't properly looked at the standings. I think he's still leading. Menk's finished third. Partyfuchs in fourth. Tim fifth. Kane Jr. 6th, and Yaldi 7th, Joker 8th, Maxwell 9th and Jay 10th. It's quite close at the back end of that top 10 there. And Cramps had the fastest lap, and Squid of course took pole. There was a few ups and downs in that race, I believe, and I think Squid was happy to get back up to second, I think. But we're on the formation lap now in the background. And we've also got the championship standings, and Menk does lead by 8 points over Squid. And Squid starting ahead of Menk crucially tonight. Footyard in third. He's not been here, well, he's not been here for 3 races and DNF 1 race, and he's still in for third, although he's 29 points behind. So a 2-horse race at the moment, but still got a long way to go. Still got half the championship to go, half into the new year. Nazem in 4th, Partyfuchs 5th, Cramps 6th, Maxwell 7th, Joker 8th, SLI 9th, and G in the top 10 of the championship standings. We haven't looked at the constructor standings, but I don't have those. We'll look at them next week. There has been a couple of driver changes throughout the season, but we'll look at that in 2019. And it is raining for the race, so this is going to be very interesting. If it wasn't even more interesting, oh, it knows Nicker has spun it on the formation lap. Oh my god, what's happened? You got on the throttle too much. Oh, dangerous rejoin. Lucky it's a formation lap. He will get to start in third still, I believe, but that was a bit scary from Osnaker. Oh dear. I'm giving Imray a commentator tonight. We've got 5 red lights. And we're away in Silverstone. Squid gets a decent start, a bit close behind. Oh, it's going a bit wide. Ferraris are still 1-2 on ITM. Victor Vasa still 5th. Meg Up into 6th, Footyards fell down to 7th. A bit squirrely, but all keeping it clean. Oh, and there's a spinner in the background. It's Fassi and Magnussen, and there has been parts of front wing gone. Here we have ITM and Osnaker fighting for the old last corner, and looks like ITM's got that move done. Up at the 3rd. So it's Squid, Maxwell, ITM, Osnaker, we've got no, Victor Wasser was having a look. He's in 5th, Menk. In 6th ahead his teammate. I'm going to be a bit touchy through this first lap in the wet. How many of them have done practice in the wet? Meanwhile we have Maxwell and ITM looking up the inside. Maxwell maintains the position for now. But will ITM have a look in to club? Stays behind for now. Oh, and Osnaker has, looks like he's spun it. And he's been on a bit of trouble in this race since in the formation lap, and he's down to 9th. Footyard making the move on Party Fox. Maxwell still under pressure from ITM. We've got moves going on down the field, but this is a crucial one here. Will ITM? No, he's not close enough. Look at the rain, it looks really heavy. Let's look at what tyres everybody's on. Squid is on the wet tyres. Everybody else on inters is not hurting Squid. The fact people are just trying to acclimatise these conditions may be helping Squid. And the fact he shouldn't be on the wet tyres, or should he? We don't know how wet it is out there, only the drivers know. And maybe it is hurting Squid as Maxwell now has the run. Only his teammate. He's going to look to the outside. He's going to hang back a bit cautious because it's his teammate. Maxwell looks like he's got better traction at these corners at the moment. Will he have a look up the inside of his American teammate? No. He's going to have to stick behind for now, and ITM is right there. Victor Wasser trying to hang on. We still have things going on in the background here. Look at this, the top 3 separated by 6/10 of a second. Squid on the wet tyres. Oh, and there's been a bit of contact. Or did Squid lose it by himself? We couldn't see from that angle. And Maxwell takes the lead, Squid down to 4th. I don't know how much damage he has, if any. Look at this, the Renault having a look at the inside. Are those wet tyres? Hurting Squid. It looks like they are. Squid is struggling so much. Squid, who had the advantage over Menk tonight, is in trouble. He's letting everyone through. Menk, we didn't notice, is down to 11th, which will help Squid big time. Menk was flying past, glad to see. And Squid's race could be severely compromised for the rest of the race, as ITM has also made a mistake and has now fell quite far back. Oh, there's an incident in the background, the Mercedes of us and Menk. Menk is out of the race. Menk is out of the race. The championship leader is out! What on earth happened there? Makes out of the race and that will help Squid. Looks both championship leaders in big trouble, but Squid's still in this race. He will go onto the inters, but he will be about 30 seconds behind the leader. Unbelievable. Mank will be furious, depending on what happened. Didn't quite catch it, but his teammate Maxwell has a 2.5 second lead over Victor Wassa. ITM, the assist league 2, man now with no assists. Putting the pressure on Victor Wassa. Patty Fuchs up in a pretty good 4th place. Here he is, hunting down these two. Looks like he's getting a good run. Looks like the rain's a bit heavier. This Squid being incredibly unlucky. Those wet tyres wore out so quickly because it wasn't wet enough. Oh my god! Patty Fuchs is round and his tyre, his front wing has got a bit missing. I think he had contact with ITM. But you know, I wasn't looking at this screen and I missed it. Patty Fuchs, we were saying, was in a good position, we just tempted fate and now he's away down the order again. Look at this, ITM right behind Victor Wassa. A lot of wheel spin out of every corner here in the wet. Bit of a dry line there, but still looks pretty bad conditions there. I can see a bit of the sun coming out in the background. But is it getting dry? Let's look at Jay. I haven't mentioned Jay on the back of Footyard, who's now the highest runner in the championship. And it's so close, it looks like there's been a bit of contact. And now they're about 3 wide. Look at this. It could almost be 4 wide. ITM's got the inside. Victor Wassa is also in the second best position, but it looks like Jay put his nose up the inside of the Force India. Force India goes a bit wide. Will the Red Bull have a go up the inside? He defends. Oh, the Force India got up the inside of the Toro Rosso. What on earth? Oh, what's going on? It's havoc. Victor Wassa trying an ambitious move. He went a bit wide and ITM undercut him back up the inside. And ITM looks like he's pulling away a bit. Unbelievable. 2 Red Bulls right next to each other. I've got Jay and Tim. It's a little train forming here. Including Joker, who was hanging on, and Patty Fuchs of the incident. Well, we've got Vigan, there's cramps up the inside of Vigan. Oh! Vigan maintains the position around the outside, they're still a bit side by side here. And Vigan keeps the players. Let's see how Osnaker's getting on. He's closing in on Steve Jackson. Looks like he might get the move done soon. And who's that off? I can't see them. Was it Squid again? No. Seem to have lost them. Didn't see anything happening on the charts. Oh dear. Maybe it was Magnussen. Could have been. As Maxwell now has a 7.5 second lead over ITM. And it's all going off in the background here. I got the two Red Bulls and Fuyad. Red Bull defence for Fuyad. Getting close to the back of his teammate. Joker really getting onto the back of this now. Tim, is he gonna go for a move on his teammate? He does, he's up the inside. Jay's still there. Jay maintains the position. Tim got a bit of wheel spin, but Jay's a bit wide. They're still side by side. Oh, a twitchy there from Jay. Lucky not to not lose control of his teammate. And Tim up at the 4th place. Footyard right on the back, but it's went a bit wide. And this might let Joker into it. No, Joker's not close enough to take advantage. There's a heavy yellow flag out there somewhere. Party Fuchs somehow still in 8th place after that spin. And might have some damage, but this wet weather may be cancelling that damage out a bit. SLI in 10th. It was like Viggins made a mistake. That's the half spun it. And Fassi is retired from the race. He may have crashed. We can't confirm that. As Jay now is still really close to his teammate. Oh, whoa! Incredibly close here. His teammate now pulling away from his teammate and is now putting the pressure on Victor Wassa. So close from Max Beckett. He's right up his gearbox. He's gonna get a better run out of here. No DRS. Oh, a bit of lag spike from Victor Wassa. Unfortunately, luckily that didn't result in such a more of a disaster. Victor Wassa down to 4th due to a technical issue. Unbelievable. We're on lap 8. Lap 8. We've had so much action so far here. Let's go on board with Footyard. How close can you get to these two in front? We'll bunch up into the braking zone. Oh, and Jay's made a slight mistake. He's gonna have to defend. Fuyad may have the better run out. Oh, and a bit of wheel spin there from Jay. And they're side by side. And the Sauber looks like he's almost got the move done there. But well, Jay's trying to defend. No, just to give the place up. For now, anyway. Sauber. Bit wide, but has the line for the next corner. Fuyad up to 5th place. they're bunching up even more now. And you have the Red Bull hanging on to the Sauber, who's hanging on to the Force India. Tim has pulled away from this lot and is trying to look at making the move on ITM. Let's go back to this though, because this is incredibly close, and the Red Bull into the back of the Sauber. Will he have front wing damage from that? Fourth down to seventh. These cars are incredibly close. ITM has brought the gap down by about a second in the last couple of laps to Maxwell. Still a comfortable 6-second lead. And now this is going to be incredibly very interesting. Down the hangar straight. Looking to make moves on each other, but they're going to stay in line for now. Is anybody going to go wide? No, they all sort of maintain it. But will Jimmy have a go up the inside? No. Oh! Struggling to get it stopped, but he just does in time. And as a result, Philbuck spits slightly. Now putting the pressure on Victor Wassa is Jay. Into turn one. Flying, looks like someone's wide there, it was. Footyard. Went incredibly wide and he's still off. Comes back on the track just in front of Joker. Joker looking to make the move. He's been hanging back. Been a good watch for him. No, a bit twitchy after Footyard. These three so close from the helicopter cam, as you can see. As Tim is now very close to ITM also. Let's look back at this. Jay on up, right up the back of Victor Wassa, who's went a bit wide. The Red Bull have to go around the outside as the Force India is defending. A bit twitchy and a braking for both of them. This is backing everybody up. Joker right on the back of this again. Tim and ITM even closing the gap in on the leader. But look at this, the Red Bull looking to make the move up the inside of Force India. Victor Wassa, will he be feeling the pressure? All these cars behind him wanting to get past. Cramps and SLI are fighting it out back here for 9th place. Cramps up the inside, SLI will stay on the back of him. Cramps went off wide, but that's the inside line for the next corner. Cramps maintains the position, but the Force India is cut back at him, and he's going to have to hang behind for now. Let's switch back to this. We've got the Red Bull and the Force India nearly side by side. The Red Bull's gonna... Oh, he's nearly got alongside before we go into the hangar straight. And the Sauber behind is so close. Force India might get away with it this time. It's gonna go up the inside. They're all too wise to each other. Up the inside goes Jay. Bit of contact maybe. Victor Wassa trying to defend for his life here. Jay all over the back. Footiyard and Joker just watching. Footiyard looking to make the move on both of them. They're all staying in line for now. Oh, and it seems Jay had a lot more grip there. He may have lost part of his front wing, but he is on the right hand side for Maggots. But the Force India stays in line for now. The Red Bull up the inside of the Force India. Oh, they forced each other wide. Joker. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Joker's the inside through the last corner, but Footiyard has the high line. Footiyard maintains the position. And that is giving Victor Wassa and Jay a bit of breathing space. Jay has made a move on Victor Wassa finally, and is getting a bit of a gap. Joker's hanging on. He may not have the same pace as everybody else here, but he is hanging on. His Footiyard getting very close to Victor Wassa. He's alongside before the exited Beckett's. They're still side by side here. Victor Wassa has the line for Stowe. Side by side. Footiyard around the outside. Can he get it done? He does. Ah. He's up the inside for Club to complete the move. But the Force India is still side by side with him. Through there. An incredible racing here. Victor Wassa still has the position. They're still side by side. Going into turn one. Victor Wassa still maintains position. Joker's right there. Hinyaldi's right there. Hinyaldi looking to make the move for Joker. Up the inside. He looks up. Joker has the line for the next corner. Through Village. But look who's on the inside. It's Crumbs. It's Crumbs. Unbelievable. Racing for Formula 11. SLI is also on the back of this. Look at this train from 5th to 10th. Look at them all. All done 14 laps on these intermediate tyres. Who is gonna pit first? Vignaldi seems to have made a big mistake. Not that much. Well, he has lost about 5 seconds, so he has fell off the back of this now. Cramps closing in. Joker closing in on Footyard, who's closing in on Victor Wassa. This is possibly one of the best races so far as Footyard runs into the back of Victor Wassa. Friendly bump up the inside. Joker looking to make the move also. Cramps, who has joined this train, is also there. SLI second back from this. Joker half defended from Cramps. They're a bit wide. Joker looking to get a run on Footyard, but Cramps has got a brilliant run on the both of them. Well, Cramps look at the inside. Joker defends, Cramps backs off a bit. They're side by side again. Victor Wassa and Footyard. Oh, they're so close. Victor Wassa's a bit wide. And that means Footyard has the move done. Joker looking to go around the outside. Is he up the inside? No, almost. Cramps. You can hear him short shifting. This safety car's out. This safety car has come out for I don't know what. But this safety car is going to give us a breather from the incredible action. We're likely to get maybe 6 laps of them all on new tyres. And what was going on there? As Joker seems to have got a penalty for hitting Victor Wassa, which seems a bit unfair, and that's gonna annoy Joker. That's really annoying because he will now have to serve that in the pits or after the race. But they'll all be looking to come to the pits this lap with ancient tyres. It looks like it is drying up a bit out there, and as you can see, Oz and Steve Jackson have put dry tyres on, and so has Hinyaldi. No, what the hell? It's a bit slow. We're going to see them all coming to the pits, I presume. As Jay has got a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. What did he do that for? We'll take a breather now as everyone comes into the pits. And we're back. We've seen penalties left, right and centre for the fight that we saw happening, and some of them haven't even served with penalties because it doesn't take effect when they come to the pits, so some of them are going to have to take at the end of the race. For example, Joker may still have 10 seconds worth of penalties to take at the end of this. How unfortunate he has been. And we also saw Victor Wassa around, and he got a 5-second penalty, and of course we saw Jay a 5-second penalty, and he is out of the race, which I didn't notice. Jay, who drove very well, is out. So safety car is in this lap. We will have 6 laps. As Max, they were now under pretty much dry conditions. Still a bit of spray as Honors corner goes wide, and Maxwell is away. He had a big lead. Howley fair in the dry. We're back underway here. Maxwell is 10-second. Krabs up into third. ITM in fourth. He was in second. He's went a bit wide there. Where's he going to come back on? Oh, he's lost 2 positions, and so it went wide. Has Kane Jr. And Joker up at the 7th again, but oh, having a bit of disaster here. Don't want to listen to that. Maxwell has made a mistake. He's lost the lead to Tim. And in fact, he's under pressure big time from these other 2 behind, the Haas and the Mercedes. Oh, Snooker and Krabs. Ferrari still has a bit of an edge for now, but he fucking he maintains position by braking late. Unbelievable. Cramps in third around the outside comes Osnaker. Oz is a disaster, and he's came back fighting for a podium position. I've lost track of any 3-second time penalties as Victor Wassa gets one there. Locking up Tim as a 1.5 second lead. Maxwell trying to chase down Tim. He led this race for so long, and now he's under pressure. Osnaker is up the inside of Ferrari. His tyres are slightly glitched. He's still in inters on his right sides, but on his left sides, oh, it still sees on inters. He is on dries. Trust me, he doesn't have this much grip on inters. And he's something to defend here. Oh, it's incredibly close. The dirty air will take effect, and those car will understeer back. Cramps fell back a bit and still watching this. As Tim, this is only increasing Tim's lead. We missed the mistake that Max made, as Cramps has got a 3-second time penalty for cutting Beckett. Unbelievable. Victor Wassa is still quite a bit behind this. His race is unrivaled, as has Joker's. Kane Jr. seems to have made a few positions up. I was trying to get on the back of Maxwell again. Can they catch up? To the back of Tim. As we have Ignaldi and Fuyat quite close. Ignaldi on the slower tyres. He should have went onto the soft tyres. And he's losing ground. Tim leads by 2 seconds. Maxwell's second. We've coming up to 3 laps to go. Tim will be getting nervous. He hasn't won a race this season, and he's done the fastest lap, but then the two behind go even faster. However, they still haven't closed in very much at all. Oh, the Mercedes nearly running into the back of the Ferrari. He's putting a lot of pressure now on the Ferrari. Meanwhile, we have the pole sitter Squid in 10th. Squid's been on pole a couple of times this season and he's had disaster in the race. He's only on for 1 point so far. Joker in 6th, but he may have penalties left to serve. As ITM gets a penalty, but he is now at the back of the field and that won't make a difference. How it has unravelled for ITM also. He was closing in on Maxwell. Maxwell had a good lead, and now Maxwell's not looking like he won't win here. But Tim has got a 5-second penalty. Unbelievable. He didn't need to risk that, and he's thrown the race away. The race is now between these two. They won't know that Tim has a penalty, and now this is for the race win. Well, I don't know. I can't keep track of who might have penalties or not. Let's have a quick look at the race director. I don't know if we'll be able to see. Maxwell doesn't have any warners, as there it is. Osnaker and Cramps has a penalty. So this is for the race win. These two won't know it yet, but this is for the win. Tim will be regretting that big time out! And the Mercedes into the wall! And unbelievably he's still in the race, but he won't win. And Maxwell, after all this, may well still win this race. Osnaker has retired. Unbelievable drama here in F11. Tim knows he's got a penalty. Maxwell might not know he's got a penalty. Cramps has got a penalty. Victor Wass has got a penalty. They all have had unfortunate penalties. Joker close to the back of Victor Wassa. Can he make a move? He's up the inside. Joker up into 4th place. He may still have penalties to decide, and that Forcinia has tagged them. But they're still side by side. And Joker's made a move. So close to being tagged there by Victor Wassa. They're both still alive, but wounded, with penalties in the back of their mind. Victor Wassa having a look. We're on the final lap. Maxwell looks like he's going to win this race after all. Depending on any penalties after the race from stewards, I don't know how that collision happened between us and Maxwell. It looks like us just bounced off the Ferrari into the wall. With 12 people left here. And we have SLI close to the back of Steve Jackson. Here we go through Stowe for the final time. Into Club. And for the final corner, Tim will cross the line. Take the checkered flag first. But Maxwell takes the victory overall. Cramps takes third. Joker will come across the line in fourth, but will a penalties possibly to be applied. They will. They have been applied. He's dropping down the field. Footyard gets 5th place. He will close in on the championship leaders. Victor Wassa gets 6th after Joker's penalties applied. Hignaldi 8th. But he has penalties and has fell back. Steve Jackson ends up getting 4 points in 8th place. That's like 9th. And Squid in 11th. And ITM will finish 12th. There we go. Maxwell wins the race in the end. Here he is picking up his trophy. He'll be very pleased. Maxwell takes victory. Tim gets 2nd. He'll be disappointed after his 3-second penalty, it looks like. For his 5 seconds or 3 seconds. Krams gets 3rd. It was a good. He's started 9th. Tim started 19th, by the way, it has to be said. He finished 2nd. Kane 4th. Great result for Kane. Footyard 5th. Closing on the top 2 in the championship. Victor Wassa 6th. Joker 7th. He would have finished there anyway. He always finishes 7th. Steve Jackson gets a decent 8th. SLI 9th. And Hignaldi rounds out the top 10 with the final championship point. Squid 11th, ITM 12th, Oz 13th, Fassi 14th, and they are all the DNFers. Well, what a race we have had today. It's very, very exciting stuff there before the safety car came out. Back and forth, big crashes, big single car crashes, unfortunate penalties, slightly ruined at the end, bit of backing up in the safety car, but the racing overall, possibly the best race all season. I've been Evan Imray. We'll see you in 2019 for, let's check which race is next. It's Germany, it's Hockenheim. We're going to be in Hockenheim, where Lewis Hamilton came from 14th on the grid to win in 2018. Will we see anything like that when we see you in 19? Have a good Christmas and happy New Year from me. A good night.